Hey guys, real quick before today's video gets started, as you guys probably know, there is a giant hurricane headed towards the panhandle here in Florida. It is currently scraping the edge of my house with big feeder bands. We're getting some pretty nasty storms here as well. Bad news for the people in the panhandle. They are gonna get it really bad. It's gonna be a catastrophic storm, much like what we experienced down in Fort Myers 2 years ago. We went down there, I went down with $10,000 of my own money and supplies, things like generators, fuel, things of that nature, and got it to as many families as we could. We then raised with a GoFundMe link with the video that was posted from that $30,000, and that went to continue to support those families. It made a huge difference, and you guys had a giant part in that. But I want to do the same thing for North Florida and impacted areas. Again, this is going to be a catastrophic storm. It's going to be really, really bad. People are going to lose a lot of stuff. There are things like insurance, FEMA, things of that nature, but we want to bring immediate impact to those families. So as soon as the storm hits, we're going to be loading up the trucks with as much supplies as we can: generators, fuel, extension cords, tarps, food, water, all of the creature comforts. People have lost everything. You don't know how much it means to them to have a generator, a can of fuel, and an AC unit to at least sleep in a nice cool room. It makes a really big difference. So I wanted to go ahead and try to make this bigger and better, but I could really use your help to make this even more impactful and reach a lot more families. I have created a GoFundMe. It's going to be linked in the description. You guys know I never ask for your money. This is one of those very rare occasions, but the more we can raise, the more lives that we can touch and impact, and the more families we can make comfortable after a terrible disaster like this one. These are my people. These are my Floridians. I will be doing this regardless. I just would love your help to be able to get more funds, to get more generators and supplies to the people in need. So if you can donate even $1, it is extremely beneficial. And I understand times are tough right now, so if you cannot, prayers are just as good, if not even better. So that will be linked in the description. Maybe there's a QR on the screen as well. We learned a lot from Hurricane Ian. It was really, really bad. And the people in North Florida, I believe, are gonna experience something very similar. So we gotta come together. We gotta help where we can. I'll make a full video on that as well. And all the funds for my hurricane video will also go towards the cause for more supplies. With that being said, that is gonna wrap it up. I hope to see you on the GoFundMe page. And please enjoy the 14-day houseboat series starting now. Ladies and gentlemen, for the next 14 days, we're gonna be living on the houseboat, doing like catching cooks and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. There's a bunch of other boats too. That is right, folks. A houseboat series is back, and it's back in a big way. And I listened to all the comments. Most of the comments said, Brandon, if you got a houseboat, why are you only staying like 1 night or 2 nights on the water? To be honest, you have a point. The houseboat was made so we could, do catch and cook, survive, thrive, basically just live on that thing until the generator dies. So we came up with a plan. For about 14 days, we're gonna be on the houseboat, and it is grouper season, gag grouper season. It has been closed for over 2 years, and it is now open for 15 days. Hence why we're gonna be out there, and we are gonna take advantage of every single day of gag grouper season, which is my favorite fish to spear and eat. We have us a convoy here. We've got the old houseboat pulled by Super Duty. Then we got the old Tundra pulling the old Amy Joe, which is gonna be our offshore vessel to go get the grouper, to bring them to the houseboat to catch them and cook them in there. And last but not least, we got Hudson's Tacoma pulling the jet boat, which will be our night bow fishing rig and treasure hunting mobile. It's a lot of boats for a lot of days, but we're gonna be bringing you a ton of content. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed already, I would suggest you just go ahead and hit that little red button down there, because we got some fire content coming in. That sounded pretty cringy. I'm never gonna say fire content again. And my neighbors are walking around, and they just heard me say that. I'm gonna put the camera down now. Wait, Reef, why are you covered in mud? What happened? You're covered in mud, bro. Mr. Nautical Bros, here's your radio. Thanks for towing the old houseboat.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully we won't go through 10 tires like last time.
Well, wishful thinking. Trailer. That's right.
New trailer, better truck.
That's right. That's right. We're dialed. All right, Nautical Bros are gonna be pulling the houseboat. I'm gonna be in the Tundra pulling the Amy Joe. And then we've got Hudson is gonna be pulling the jet boat in his own Tacoma. Here you go, is a radio, brother, cousin. We'll get a radio check. Go ahead and turn that baby on. Radio check, radio check.
Loud and clear, brother, cousin.
If you guys haven't seen the houseboat yet, here she is in all her glory. We got a front porch, we got a light, we got a light bar. Welcome. Here we are. If you guys are new, we actually redesigned this side. This used to be a bunch of crazy colors. Now it's all OD green. We've got camo up there. Here is our cooking stations. We got all our cooking gear in there. Oven and cooktop, microwave, all of our equipment. Our captain's chair. This is actually original and I figured we had to keep it. It was just so old. And up here is our kitchen. So we've got everything here. We've got our refrigerator. This actually pulls in and out. TV, AC unit. Again, these are all the beds here. And then last but not least, we've got the outdoor patio. This house is our generator, the back of our AC unit. We've got a bunch of cameras you can use to drive. It's all screened in because we had a problem with bugs. We got a terrible two-stroke. We got to replace that eventually. This is our outdoor heated instant shower here, which is really nice. And we've got the bathroom in there. Just giving her a once over, making sure everything's locked down. One thing that's cool is we can actually run the generator while we're towing to keep all the AC nice and cool and the refrigerator's cold. Not gonna lie, I didn't think she was gonna start for a minute there. Welcome to the houseboat in the first 2-week houseboat series. I think the longest we've ever stayed was like 3 or 4 days. So it's a big deal. We've got a lot of equipment, a lot of trucks, and a lot of boats to worry about. So it should be a crazy series. I really hope you guys enjoy. And honestly, I hope it's a good one. And I hope all the trucks make it. I hope all the trailer tires make it. And I hope all the boats stay afloat. Please, please.
So, it flooded. It rained a very freaking long time. We were stuck in the vehicle with the nautical bros, just sitting there talking for like 2 hours, waiting for the storm to get by. Before we put the boats in the water, we drove about 3 hours to get here, which is a lot when you're towing a big boat. And it's a lot when you're towing a big houseboat. So I've got to give a special thanks to my local trailer shop. It's where I take all of my trailers, for getting specifically the Amy Jo trailer ready. It was not ready for this trip, and this trip happened last minute. I went to Emerson, I brought them the trailer. The brakes were dust. They did not work. All of the brake arms, all that stuff was completely rusted. Some of the pieces were rusted so bad they were gone. I think 3 of the 4 tires actually had like wires sticking out of them. They would not have made this trip. She looks so good. You guys probably didn't even notice, but I was missing some lights up there before. They redid everything. They cleaned up the bunks for me. I mean, obviously the brand new tires, we don't have the tread showing wires anymore, and all new wheels, lugs. I don't know if you guys remember, but all of this was really bad under here. They cleaned up all the old rust under there. Brand new brakes and brake pads. All this is brand new. They did a really, really wonderful job with that. They saw the wind strap needed to be replaced with the new hook. The last one was rusted. I didn't even ask for new chains, but these were rusted really bad. So it's nice to have stuff like that. They took care of all this. They repainted it for me, sealed it up. It's like a brand new trailer. This is awesome. Thanks, Emerson Trailers. Very, very cool. It is the little details like that that makes a huge difference, that makes these videos happen behind the scenes. So big thanks to Emerson Trailers. I will have them linked in the description below. If you guys are in the Polk County, Florida area, or if you're just looking for a great shop that you're willing to drive to, I will have that link down below. They got this ready the next day for me for this trip. So I called in a special favor. They made it happen, and now they're going to be servicing all of the trailers on my channel. So big thanks to them. I want to give them a little bit of extra love right here before we get this series started. This could not have been done without their help, and I'm not just saying that being a YouTuber. I'm being dead serious. Like, this trailer would not have made it, neither would this boat, and this is going to be how we get all of our grouper for the trip. So it's a huge deal. Big thanks to Emerson. Gonna link them in the description below. With that being said, we've got to take the old Super Duty, dunk the houseboat in, get her all anchored up, and put the rest of the boats in. We got a bunch of moving parts. We got to freaking make it happen. Let's get started. Every time it passes us, it feels like a little more like white trashy, like redneck kind of deal, but I kind of like it. That old girl is supposed to do the old spin, but they're touching tips. They're not supposed to be touching tips, you know what I'm saying? So, if anybody out there has a new motor for the houseboat, finger crank. Yeah, sick. Whoa. Well, it's official, folks. We finally have all 3 boats on the water. We got the boys on the houseboat ripping. I know that was a mess, partially because we only have a trolling motor and we barely have that going for us. So there's that. And yeah, it's been a disaster this whole time. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. We had to fit the houseboat through this tiny little gap you guys see me going through right now. And with the wind we had earlier, it takes one gust to just blow it right into one of these freaking yachts on the left side here. So we didn't want that, but sometimes, folks, you gotta freaking risk it for the biscuit. And that's what we freaking did. We risked it. And we got a biscuit, but we also got our freaking teeth kicked in all day long. We started at 7 a.m. this morning. It's 7:35 p.m. 12 hours to just now get on the water.
Hello, brother.
What's up, brother?
Hello, brother.
It's old sunset, but we're here.
It's beautiful, brother.
Woo! The nautical bros went to the old sailboat patch. The old sailboat. Oh, I see house. You see the house?
I do indeed see the house, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to head out to the old sailboat patch. Once we make it into the sailboat patch, there's a little square on the back of it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is indeed the old houseboat. That's where we're going to be living for the next 14 days. Let me deploy my anchor. I'm anchored, boss. 5 foot deep. This is perfect. Also, I don't know if you guys could tell, but look at this freaking storm coming in the mix here. Not good, but it did take us about 12 hours to get to this freaking point, so we're not gonna complain too much. We're just going to hold it down where we can, and it's just gonna be what it is. Yes, sir. And then let the old man get off. He's been freaking dying. Go ahead, Guzzo. There she goes. There she goes. Well, folks, we freaking made it. Got the old houseboat, got the Amy Jo, got the jet boat, got a freaking storm brewing in the distance. We are about to get schmacked, and it's either gonna push us into the marsh, and we're just gonna live there, or we're gonna be fine. I might lose 3 boats in one video. That is gonna be a problem. Insurance is not gonna like that one. I'm not gonna like it more, because I only got insurance on 2 of the 3. The expensive one, she's toast. Well, we dropped the nautical bros off, and now we're getting rained on. One last kick Mother Nature had to give us, just one last good kick. Right to the old, you know what I'm saying? Reef don't care though, he's loving it. Gotta sleep with that wet dog, that wet dog. Sheesh. Go ahead, get in bed. Go ahead. Oh, that's where I'm sleeping, but that's fine. Comfortable. You a tired puppy. He's a good boy today. He's a good boy today. We have finally wrapped up the evening here. It is currently 11 p.m. Long freaking day, but got showers, got nice warm showers. That was like the best thing. And well, the houseboat, she's doing her thing. We got a big freaking storm, so we're keeping an eye on the jet boat, making sure she don't fill up with water. And we got the Amy Jo out there, so we're drifting a little bit, and
I'm not gonna lie, I am a little nervous on how well the anchor is set. We're like, you know, I don't know, you know how it is. We're just freaking drifting around. We got a bunch of boats around us, so it's a lot. But either way, we got me, got little man here, and we got Hudson up top. So we're gonna get some freaking shut-eye. I think everyone is exhausted, and we will catch you guys bright and early tomorrow morning.
Not in the houseboat anymore, obviously. Also, about to get hit by a hurricane in approximately 4 hours. And most importantly, today's video is sponsored by Factor. I'm not kidding about the hurricane part. That's actually about to happen. Smells just like fresh, never frozen, dietitian approved meals delivered directly to that doorstep. Factor's gourmet chefs create each meal using only ingredients with integrity to help you feel your best. Look how freaking delicious these things are. Factor meals eliminate the stress of prepping, cooking, and cleaning up. You just simply pop this baby in the heat, and then you enjoy that sweet, savory flavor. I'm gonna be honest, I've had a lot of Factor meals. Which one was this? You need to know this. Loaded bacon and spinach shredded chicken. That's the one you need to get. With Factor, you can skip the takeout trap. That's right. These are actually cheaper than that nasty fast food you're eating, and they're restaurant quality meals. They're gourmet meals delivered right to your door, and they're ready to eat in just 2 minutes, which means more time for you. So you guys can go to factor75.com or click the link in the description and be sure to use my code Jiggin50. That is not only gonna get you 50% off your first Factor box, but it's also gonna get you 20% off your next month's orders, which is a ton of savings. So don't forget factor75.com, use my code Jiggin50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off of your next month's orders. Thank you so much for Factor for sponsoring this video and also seriously providing me meals that I legitimately will be eating via a generator and a microwave while I am out of power during the hurricane. Hope everyone out there stays safe, and Factor, thank you so much for good eating meals for the next couple days. I'm dead serious. Your boy's gonna be living off Factor. All right, let's get back to the action. Good freaking morning, folks. Cheers to you all. She's a little hot. I'm not gonna lie to you, she's a little hot. Well, we had our first night on the houseboat. We've got some freaking good news. Here's good news. Houseboat's here, jet boat's here. Damie Joe, she's over there. She's all doing great. Just a little bit of bad news though. As usual, if you're gonna have problems, you're gonna have them at like 2 or 3 a.m. And sure enough, we had the generator go down on us at around 2:30 this morning, completely shut off. The old Harbor Freight special ain't treating us too right. She's got freaking 30 something hours on her. Should be ripping, but she's not. She's not happy. So luckily got some warranty, and it is like the houseboat series of engine troubles, I swear, because now we have to go rip back and go get a new generator today. So we're gonna go get the generator dealt with while it's not raining. It's gonna be a mess if it rains while we're doing that. And then it's time to freaking put some meat in this boat. We call it the catch and cook cabin for a reason. We're not going home empty-handed, folks. We're gonna get us some freaking fish one way or another. Warranty is a great thing. It still cost me like 300 bucks somehow, but would you look at that?
Because you're paying for the new warranty, brother.
Got to pay for the new warranty. Got another year. Got another year. Get a new generator every year for $300.
Let it rip. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. That's way too much.
Yep. Just sit her down. I'll
Follow you.
We got power, baby.
Yes. New G, day 2. Still haven't touched the water, but we got freaking power again.
Woo.
No power, new power. Let's go park.
We're about to
this thing
lose
up.
that power.
Got this one. Gonna go get the bilge. I'll be back, brother.
Oh, she's actually dumping now. I can hear her. She's freaking loud. Well, if you guys watch me do my catch and cooks when we do the brats, you know it's not about the brat. It's about lacing the perfect zigzags of mustard. It's not about taste, people. It's about appearance. Look at that freaking dog. Also, cheers to the very first thing we cooked on the catch and cook cabin in 2 days. Still no fish action. I'm sorry. We're gonna change that tomorrow morning. Are good. My weenie almost slipped out though.
Got the houseboat over there. I had to end up coming to this boat. The rain was so absurd that I had to come just check the boats, make sure the bilges were all good. We're good. I mean, I'm bilging out water, but it was just nuts. It was insane amounts of rain. Just like literally, I mean, we have like a couple more hours of downpour, but we're just in between storms right now. So we're just getting wrecked. Absolutely wrecked. Also, thanks to Mustang Survival for sending me these freaking sick rain jackets. Also, they're Jiggin customized. You guys weren't supposed to see any of this stuff till the Coast Guard boat, but surprise. Oh man, what a freaking mess we got here.
Day 3, we woke up to water in our fuel tank. And yeah, we're just trying to friggin' run it out right now. It's bad. But I just spent like $3,000 on getting all that fixed for this trip. Didn't work, apparently. So here's our problem under here. We've got the fuel tank, but water, we already sucked a lot of it out, but water just sits here. You can see where it's just pulled up in the past. Just sits on all those gaskets and goes into the tank, and then we, pick it up. Now we put fuel water separators. I had this whole system redone, and we're still running into this issue. And you guys know we've been getting bombarded with rain, so it's just like literally so defeated here. It's not even funny. So here's the official update. The Amy Joe got her serviced, and long story short, fuel sender, fuel problems. It was a little mistake with some work that was done on it, but it creates big problems, and we literally cannot go out. This was one of the only days we've seen the sun, and we're not gonna let it defeat us though. We've got the old jet boat, the old Reliable, and there's bass, snook, redfish, mangrove snapper, sheep's head, all inshore, and we're protected from the big water in the river. We're not gonna let it get us down. We're gonna take out the old jet boat. We're gonna finally, for the first time in 3 days, pick up a fishing rod. We're gonna try to get a fish, and maybe even a little catch and cook. We got this. Let's bring the energy back. We're gonna freaking do this here, man. And we're gonna catch this fish. Did I just hit you in the head?
Oh yeah, you jabbed it right in my eyeball.
Super sorry about that. We're gonna finally freaking make it happen. Ow, it just pinched my hand. That was some payback. Karma's got me. You know what they say? Oh, there's a bass right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Come. That's a big one. That's a big one. Oh, buddy, we might come back and get a shrimp and catch a bass at the dock. Reef, come on, let's go. We got ideas. We've got ideas. Let's go, brother. Let's go. Let's go. On board. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. It's about to freaking happen. The first cast in 3 days. Reef decided to take a little swim. My little fish dog. So, Reef, let me know if you find those fish, okay, buddy? We're gonna keep casting around. You might be able to touch here in a minute. We need to remember this spot. This spot's sick. Got him. Oh my God. First fish of the day. I mean, first fish in 3 days. Oh boy. Reef, get the taxes on him, boy. Get the old taxes there. Freaking poles are down, folks. Poles are down. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 days, around $5,000 of repairs, and 3 boats, and multiple rainstorms. We've got our first fish of the trip. A baby largemouth bass. I will take it, brother. I will take it. This is probably the most expensive bass I have ever caught in my entire life. And you know what? I said I was not gonna end the first video on this series until we put a fish on the deck of the boat, and we finally did that. So, we're gonna let this guy go. We're gonna keep on ripping, but this fish right here means a lot. Reef, get your taxes, even though you're taxed up. The old reef tax. Let's get this baby in the water. She deserves a good breath. All right, big girl. Grow off to be huge. We freaking did it. We freaking did it, folks. The old bass has been caught. There's supposed to be grouper today, which is like, you know, one of my favorite fish to catch. The whole reason we're here, grouper season for 15 days. Grouper season right now. We can't go offshore because we're in the old backwater boat. But you know what? We're freaking putting fish on the deck. That's what it's all about. Woo! I have never been so pumped to catch a little baby fish. Well, folks, we are back in the old houseboat, and I gotta say, for the last 3 days, this trip has absolutely kicked. You know what I'm saying? It has just torn me out, piece by freaking piece. It has broken my heart. It's broken my spirits, and to be honest, this one has been rough. I did not expect my first video to be completed after 3 days. A ton of work, a ton of time has went into this, and there's just so many things that have gone wrong. The houseboat motor, I mean, we have a freaking part getting delivered to a captain's house near here that you guys will see on one of the next episodes. We're gonna freaking try to fix that, get the houseboat all ripping. We got the Amy Jo, she's freaking got fuel problems because water's in the fuel, and this is all stuff that I promise I did maintenance on before I came out here, and I've just been freaking licking my wounds this trip. At this point, if life gives you lemons, I've got an entire lemonade factory, okay? I have got so much lemonade for all of you guys. It is absolutely insane. I'm trying to keep my spirits high, and honestly, the little bass that we did get today, I told Hudson we are not putting out an episode until there's a fish on the boat. Thank God for that little bitty bass, because trust me, we fished through the rain and it just did not work. So we ended up going to Pete's Pier and just kind of regrouping there. There's a lot of lightning. We saw a bunch of tarp in there, which was really cool. And it did break my heart a little bit, but we saw a bucket of gag grouper, and those are the fish that we were supposed to be going out after for this whole trip, especially today since we had some decent weather. And we got stuck on the jet boat, which just physically cannot go out to where we need to go. It will literally get swamped and sink by the big waves, so we're protected in here in the river. But with that being said, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a freaking tough one. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm still hurting pretty freaking bad on this one, but we've got 10 more days out here, so it's either gonna be a lot better or we're just gonna keep getting our freaking teeth kicked in for the next 10 days. The weather does not look good, but if anybody can pull off a miracle in grouper season, it's gonna be our little crew. And we got some special people coming in for the next few days, which is gonna be awesome, and would not do grouper season without them. What's that song, Hudson? Things are gonna get easier. Yeah.